Call to order for the Town of St. John Town Council meeting for December 29th, 2025. Could we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then a moment of silence? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You can remain standing for a moment. Recently in Texas, a young girl has gone missing. Consider that in your moment of silence.
And the Chicago Bears, please.
Thank you. You may be seated. Roll call, Beth.
Gerald Swets. Christian Jorgensen. Mike Bovat.
Here.
Wayne Pondinas is absent. Ann Oster.
Present.
Bill Manasopoulos. Here. And Joe Svetnoff.
Here.
Beth Hernandez, present.
Thank you, Beth. Moving to item 4, but before we do that, as we did in the RDC, we need to consider officers for the council for the year 2026 for president and for vice president. Is there any consideration for president and vice president nominations?
I make a motion to nominate Mike Bovat as president and Christian Jorgensen as vice president.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Mike Bovat for president, Christian Jorgensen for vice president. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item 4, presentation. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. We have a couple individuals in the crowd that we'd like to recognize. If Tony, you guys can come on up to the dais. So the town, myself and the town would like to thank Tony Minadero and Tony Perry Jr. for their generosity and initiative. After hosting the event at the new community center, they noticed the echo and acoustic challenges within the space. Rather than simply pointing the issue out, Tony reached out to the town and offered some help. They coordinated and contracted with Delmar Builders, who completed the sound absorbing acoustic installation within a week. The difference was immediately noticeable. No longer does anyone have to raise their voice just to be heard by someone standing next to them. The town would sincerely like to thank Tony and Tony. It like that. Tony and Tony for their generous donation and the commitment to improving our community center for everyone. At this time, if we can get a couple of pictures with Tony.
Which one?
Tony
Don't mess up our names.
Tony squared.
Yeah, and also, while they were doing the work, they made a video that'll be available on our website now after this is taking place that shows the step-by-steps of it going in. So everyone should take a look at that when they get a chance. Guys, thank you again.
I couldn't even hear Billy. Like, it was fantastic. It really was.
We'll charge double for that one.
No, I hope it did. You know, and actually, if I could just say a few things, I hope it. I've seen some towns in Indiana that have had a lot of change, whether it's growth or moving from being depressed into resurgence, and it seems like it always starts with some people just stepping up to take care of what maybe the town can't, or it's they see an area for an issue to be handled by somebody, and I hope that it spurs maybe some people in our town to get behind. We've had political differences, we've had things going on, but together we're a town, right? And if people can have sort of a neighborly attitude and understand we all live here, and if we can pick up something where maybe somebody else can't, or it's easier for us to do it than someone else, I'd love to see that.
Pay it forward.
Yeah, I mean, pay it forward some. If we could develop a spirit like that, I've seen numerous towns. Madison, Indiana, I have a very good friend who is on the Riverfront Committee, and they developed a lot of the town with no impact tax-wise on the people through holding fundraisers and just the people getting together. So, I don't know, hopefully it's appreciated, but hopefully it spurs some people to be interested and do the same type of thing.
Now, the meetings were in residences as well.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, one thing came to mind, when I was there, it worked so effectively. And, was just wondering if that's a possibility.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I mean, so the guys that we had do it, I mean, they're kind of,
Mike's not watching.
well, they're all kind of friends of mine, and we all kind of sort of grew up in music. They happen to be with a contracting firm, and they've done these things. We've actually had them installed in restaurants, properties that I've sold for theater systems. You know, you have a theater system in your basement, and you know, you want to tone it down or get control of the sound. They work really well. And actually, those guys at Del Mar, they've done more of this than anybody I know. They've put together some complex stuff. So they did a great job for us, too. And they were on time, right?
They
And
were great.
knocked it out in a
They
week.
knocked it out. And after the new year, and I was able to have lunch, breakfast, I don't remember what time it was. Brunch with Tony. And after the new year, we're gonna go ahead and get together and see about starting an initiative like that. So, again, thank you guys. And if you get-
I'll say from a aesthetic, I was worried about that, but it actually
Right.
really complements the building.
Does, yeah.
Like the color choices and everything are great, and so,
Well, being in real estate,
Yeah, right.
I was kind of concerned myself too.
Yeah.
But those guys on Del Mar, they do a great job. As a matter of fact, they did Adam Haig's office, his
Okay.
build out, and a couple other things in town. You know, so I was a bit concerned about, hey, like we offer this up and then we make this thing super ugly. So I'm glad that it turned out, and I hope, like I said, I hope it spurs something in town where people can say like, hey, like maybe we could pick up this or do this or get together behind something.
yep. Well, someone down the dais here wanted black panels, but we didn't go with that, and so I'm happy.
That would have been dramatic.
Huh, yeah, he wanted
know,
a
it-
keyboard
it-
look.
It blends in right now pretty well.
Yeah, right?
It looked really,
little
it looked really
contrast.
good. We've
It
had,
did.
I wouldn't have hired him to decorate my.
No.
That's fine.
That's why they had.
That over.
Right.
it just, you know what, it actually, we were having a party there and it was the perfect setup. They were in the band playing, but they're the guys with Del Mar and they do this stuff and they know acoustics well. And we had thrown a party there and we're just like, hey, what would it take to fix this issue? And we're like, seriously, come put together a bid.
Right.
So they've done everything from like little bitty room additions to big stuff. As a matter of fact, in Rosewood, we had to redo the entrance way. And I live there, and these people will not spend like a nickel we debated it for years and years and years. They actually came in and were the ones that I brought in to finally get it together and fix that thing.
So it's redone?
The entranceway,
Yeah.
the thing over the top,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Huh, I'll have to go check it out.
So they did it for about an eighth of the cost
Okay.
of what
Well,
those people would approve.
Tony and Tony, I just like to say on behalf of
Yeah,
the
for
residents, the people that are going to utilize that facility, thank you.
Yep.
Very
Thanks.
generous.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah, good, thanks.
I hope you guys enjoy it.
And thanks for starting the example, too. And really fast, thanks for starting the example. Hopefully, more people. It's a great idea. There's always, things can always be done when you work together.
Exactly.
For
If we
sure,
can get
for
some
sure.
kind of snowball on that, that'd be great.
Fingers crossed.
He's up south, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. If you guys can come on up here and.
Absolutely.
I didn't want to make it like that.
You guys keep screwing around. Thank you. They're gonna take these things.
Tony, thank you. Tony, thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tony.
Tony, thank you. Thank you.
Are we taking a picture?
Come down.
Up here, we'll take a quick picture.
Go down there, Billy. Guys, let's go down there.
You want to come down? All right, we're going down.
We're trying to avoid the eggshell thing. There's actually several other options. In those guys.
Besides, like, Miss Queen and. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll get together afterwards.
Absolutely.
Sure. Thank you.
Working together to make St. John better. I love it. So, moving on, let's move to item 5, approval of minutes. Approval of minutes, December 10th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item 6, public comment. I have two people signed up. Dale Linting. Dale? Typically, we ask you to give your name, where you live, and usually hold it to around 3 minutes if you
Yep.
could.
Dale Lenting, 10911 West 108th Avenue, St. John, Indiana. Thank you for allowing me time to speak on ordinance 1877. Brief history, when we purchased the property approximately 10 years ago now, there was 2 parcels that we could have purchased. The total parcel is 7.5 acres. When we were looking at the parcel, we could have bought the house and 2.5 acres. And also, there was a separate piece that was 5 acres. And I was thinking about it, we thought, maybe we'll just get the house. But then we did some investigation. The realtor was Shelley Faber, and she had said that this could be turned commercial, so we did some legwork on that, went into the town, see if we could turn it commercial. They said that we would be able to, so we ended up purchasing the property about 10 years ago. In the meantime, we started that little farm stand, which we'd like to keep going. And many of the residents of St. John love our vegetable wagon and enjoy the produce that we have, and we'd like to continue the farm stand. We'd like to see it remain, and that's why we're moving forward with trying to turn it commercial. So, if you have any questions.
We're good. I think we're good, Dale.
Okay.
Thank you. Tony, I have a Tony on here.
Yeah, 3 Tonys.
Tony Perrin?
Oh, he might have signed in. Maybe he just signed
Did you guys just sign in?
Oh, yeah, that would have been it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I think we're good then. Public comment, thank you. We'll now move on to item 7, public hearing for resolutions A, B, or C. Resolution A, Resolution 2025-12-29A, resolution authorizing the additional appropriations for various civil funds. Proofs of publication. Mr. Svetnov?
Proofs of publication have been reviewed. They are in order, and at this time, it is a necessary and legal public hearing.
Thank you, Joe. Billy?
Thanks, Mr. President. Yeah, this is just end-of-the-year housekeeping. These resolutions authorize the additional appropriations for various funds, subject to Indiana law.
We'll open the floor for any public comment on Resolution 2025-12-29A. Any comments? Once? Any comments twice, 3 times? We're going to close the floor. Motion to close the floor. Do we need to do a close? No.
Nope, you can close.
Just close the floor. The floor is closed.
Hit the gavel. I mean, really.
Make it official. Floor is closed. Motion to consider Resolution 2025-12-29A civil. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item B, Resolution 2025-12-29B, resolution authorizing the additional appropriation for water. Proofs of publication. Attorney Joe Svetnov.
Proofs of publication have been reviewed. They are in order, and at this time, is a legal public hearing, Mr. President.
Thank you, Joe. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, as before, this is end-of-the-year housekeeping. And these resolutions authorizes the additional appropriations for various funds with Indiana law.
Thank you, Billy. At this time, we'd like to open the floor for public comment on Resolution 2025-12-29B. Any comment going once? Any comment twice? Floor is closed for the public comment. Motion to consider Resolution 2025-12-29B, water. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item C, Resolution 2025-12-29C, resolution authorizing the additional appropriations for sanitary. Proofs of publication, Mr. Svetnov, please.
They have been reviewed, they are in order, and at this time is a legal public hearing. You may proceed, Mr. President.
Thank you, Joe. Town Manager Billy.
Thank you, Mr. President. This also is end-of-the-year housekeeping. These resolutions authorizing additional appropriations for various funds, subject to Indiana law.
Thank you. We're going to open the floor for public comment for Resolution 2025-12-29C. Going once, going twice. Floor is closed for public comment. Motion to consider Resolution 2025-12-29C sanitary. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Number 8, agenda items. A, financial matters of the corporation. 1, request to purchase. There are a total of 8 requests to purchase and the combined total of $45,217.57 for approval. Beth, could you speak to these, please?
Sure. Your first is to Al's Auto Body, and this is for automotive repairs to building and planning truck number 528. The total is $5,385.25. You have one to Austin Electric. This is for monitoring and mapping of a new system hydraulics at the Gates Treatment Plant. It's in the amount of $4,528. Firecom, it's for one set of new radio headsets for the fire department in the amount of $5,314.25. You have one for Phil and Tammy Garden. This is for the disposal of spoils of mulch and debris in the amount of $6,630. You have one to McQueen. This is for the fire department. It is for, let's see, it's the purchase of a rapid intervention system for the fire department in the amount of $7,150. Another one for the fire department to National Hose Testing Specialties. That's your testing for 2026 in the amount of $5,402.25. And lastly, Precision Fence and Iron. This is for the repair of a 12-foot, 6-inch guardrail and flared end in the amount of $5,430. This is at the location of 96th Place and Blaine Street.
Thank you, Beth. For the 8 requests to purchase and the combined total of $45,217.57, do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item 2, accounts payable voucher dated December 29th, 2025, representing payment for payroll supplies, services, and equipment rendered to the town of St. John, the combined total of $3,461,693.96. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Number 9, ordinances and resolutions. A, consider ordinance 1877, an ordinance amending the St. John zoning ordinance and providing for a zoning change for the property development commonly known as the Lenting parcel located at 10911 West 108th Avenue in the town of St. John, Lake County, Indiana. Plan Commission gave a unfavorable recommendation. Any comments, Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. I know you heard from Dale. This is the Lenting property located at the corner of 108 and 231. Although it came with a favorable recommendation from the Plan Commission, this meets the requirements of the 231 comprehensive plan, and also that it is surrounded by commercial property to the east and to the west.
And it is zoned as such.
Correct.
All right, thank you for that. consider ordinance 1877. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve ordinance number 1877.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item B, motion to approve ordinance 1878, an ordinance establishing a personnel policy and procedure manual for the employees of the town of St. John, Lake County, Indiana, entitled Town of St. John Personnel Policy and Procedure Manual, and repealing all ordinances or parts thereof in conflict therewith on second reading. Any comments here, Billy?
Yes, Mr. President. This amendment is cleaning up the language in the policy. As you know, with the community center coming online, we obviously need someone to let people in, let them out. We were using Public Works, but obviously they have clauses in there that gives them a 2-hour call out at a higher rate. By using the seasonal help, we keep the kids working. By giving them a 2-hour call out, it saves us money and the job still gets done. So,
Okay, thank you. Motion to approve ordinance 1878. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item C, motion to approve ordinance 1879, an ordinance concerning the conversion of vacation days acquired by the town manager and all matter related thereto on second reading. Billy, any comment?
Yes, ordinance 1879, like you said, Mr. President, is second reading. It is for the payout of my unused vacation days. The amount there would be $7,923.20, subject to taxes, withholdings, PERF. As you are aware, or as this council is aware, I have been serving as the Public Works Director and the Parks Department, so and top of being town manager, so it doesn't leave a lot of time for vacation. I was able to burn a couple here and there, but time just didn't, just got away.
Understood, thank you. Motion to approve ordinance 1879.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item D, motion to approve ordinance 1880, an ordinance amending the town 2025 salary ordinance number 1876, being an ordinance establishing a schedule of wages and salaries for employees, fire and police personnel, and town officials, repealing all ordinances and town code sections or parts thereof in conflict herewith, in all matters related thereto on second reading. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. This one also is on second reading. This is for a bonus for the town manager. Again, as you know, I have been serving in those two other departments. During that time, we have one individual who has been trained and has taken over, and the park department is also starting their interviews for a park director. During that 2-year time period, the town had savings of roughly $380,000 for a bonus of $12,500 per year for myself, for a total of $25,000.
All right, thank you for that, Billy. Motion to approve ordinance 1880.
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? One nay, motion carries 3-1. E, consider ordinance 1881 being an ordinance amending ordinance number 1483 as amended, the same being an ordinance classifying, regulating, and restricting the location, heights, area, bulk, and use of buildings and structures, and the use of land in the town of St. John, and for said purpose dividing the town into districts. Favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. Ordinance 1881 has to be a preserved edition. It is roughly a 15-acre addition that will bring another 8 to 10 single-family homes.
Motion to consider ordinance 1881.
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Moving to F, consider ordinance 1882, an ordinance amending ordinance number 1483 as amended, the same being an ordinance classifying, regulating, and restricting the location, height, area, bulk, and use of buildings and structures, and the use of land in the town of St. John, and for said purpose, dividing the town into districts. Favorable recommendation from the Plan Commission. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. 1882 is a rezone for the Grove property. Like you said, it came with a favorable recommendation from the Plan Commission. We have Ed Rectenwall here if any questions are needed. They have adjusted their plans, whether it is the building material, the size of the lots, and also putting in their portion of Pine Avenue. On that second part, Ed, after the first of the year, will be working with Eric Wolverton from Structure Point to either incorporate the road into it right now, or so we don't have to start environmental studies or anything with Pine Avenue project. They will just set aside the funds as figured out by Structure Point.
Good to know. Thank you for that, Billy. Consider ordinance 1882. Do I have,
I do have a question. Hold on, you need a motion?
go ahead.
Motion and on the question.
Okay.
Okay, I make a motion to approve ordinance 1882.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second.
On the question.
Yeah, so as far as the changes that they made, did they make anything as far as the well property that goes, what?
Correct.
What's
So-
the consideration there?
The well that they did a test well there, they will be giving us the well site and a 300-foot perimeter around it for a future well. As of right now, with our capacity for that we are pumping.
Do it 4-0.
It's good to have that on backup at the town road, but for right now, it's not necessary. But they, again, are giving us some property there, along with some other conditions. If we need be, Ed can go over them, Ashley can also go over them. Ed, you want to?
Yeah, if it's about, we did a test well proofing of that site a few years ago. Turned out to be a good producer. We were willing to provide that parcel to the town for a future well head as necessary.
And then, so if we do, you know how we're gonna be able to connect it, is that land gonna be available, or we're gonna have to do something there?
No, the land is going to be set aside for the town, so during our plating process, we would dedicate it over to the town. So, yeah. I didn't hear the
Anything else,
motion.
Jerry?
Nope.
All right. And Billy, you had communicated that before or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
This was
we've,
discussed pretty early on, and
I
it
think
should
that
come
was-
up. Then maybe I didn't bring it up
It
either.
was going back and forth, I just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure where we were sitting on it.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I have a motion. Did I have a second?
I second.
I had a motion and a second for ordinance 1882. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you.
You're welcome. G, motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29D, a resolution transferring monies from the 2024 GO Bond -4414 to the local road and bridge matching grant fund, 4,500, in all matter related thereto. Does anybody have questions on that?
It's essentially making our match for the CCMG.
Just switching and bringing it
Yeah,
over, right?
yep.
Okay.
We have to match from town funds a portion, so we're just formally moving the money to make our match.
Thank you,
A
Beth.
portion of our match. You'll have to do it again next year as well.
All right, thank you for that, Beth. Motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29D. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item H, motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29E Civil, a resolution providing for the transfer of appropriations for the various funds of the town of St. John, Lake County, Indiana for the year 2025 for the action and passage by the town council pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1, 1-118-6. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Yep, second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item I, motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29F, Water Utility, a resolution providing for the transfer of appropriations for the various funds of the town of St. John, Lake County, Indiana for the year 2025 for the action and passage by the town council pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1, 1-118-6. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
And just so everybody knows, I mean, at the end of the year, and we have to transfer, and we have to do it publicly. I mean, it goes from one bucket to a different bucket. So, we're
This-
not doing anything nefarious here.
Yeah, it's all done every year, so.
If we could do it all in one fell swoop, we would.
Item J, motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29G, wastewater, a resolution providing for the transfer of appropriations for the various funds of the town of St. John, Lake County, Indiana for the year 2025, for the action and passage by the town council pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1, 1-18-6. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. K, motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29H, Sanitary District, a resolution providing for the transfer of appropriations for the various funds of the town of St. John, Lake County, Indiana for the year 2025 for the action and passage by the town council pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1, 1-18-6. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. L, motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29I, Water District, a resolution providing for the transfer of appropriations for the various funds of the town of St. John, Lake County, Indiana for the year 2025 for the action and passage by the town council pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1, 1-18-6. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item M, motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29J, a resolution authorizing and approving the town of St. John to enter into cooperative membership. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. This resolution is allowing the town to join the National Purchasing Partners, similar to Sourcewell, where you don't have to go out to bid. We will be using it with Henderson Trucking for conversion of an old fire truck into a public works truck.
Thank you for that. Motion to approve Resolution 2025-12-29J.
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Number 10, Town Council action. A, motion to approve the St. John Fire contract with St. John Township for the year 2026. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a renewal of the contract with, obviously, St. John Township. Trustee Kevin Rue is here. This is for the amount of $32,500 split into two. We get the first payment in July, and then the second one by December 31st, and then I'll turn it over to Ken.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Kathy.
So before you, I wanted to point out that the agreement, the contract before you this year for 2026 is $4,580 less than the current year's contract. And the reason for that is we had we had the normal growth. So unlike towns, we have a separate fire levy. And our fire levy had the normal 4% increase. However, the property tax cap impact was increased substantially. So, for example, this year, that property tax cap impact was $444, meaning whatever we were going to get, right, the $444 was reduced from our budget, our approved amount. This year, the amount was, or for 2026, the amount is $34,824, the property tax cap impact. So what happened is, what I'm getting, almost 35,000 is going to be reduced from our fire levy. I have a reserve that's, this year was about $26,000. If I didn't have that reserve, I would have had to reduce all of the contracts even more. All 3 towns in the township receive the same dollar amount. When I saw this increase in this property tax cap impact, I contacted DLGF, the representative that I work with, and I was told that this is due to Senate Bill 1. I've spoken to Representative Hal Slager, State Senator Dan Durnell, as well as Rick Niemeyer. Rick is very, obviously familiar and a supporter of township government. And I've spoken to all of them, and they know that I'm coming before each of the towns and bringing their names up, and they have told me that this needs work. Unlike the towns, if they need to, do something, you can go ahead and put a wheel tax or various ways to generate more income. The 3 entities that cannot do that are the townships, the libraries, and the schools, and of course, the schools do the referendum. So they're aware of this, and what I'm hoping is that they will do some changes in this next legislative session that will then, we won't realize this reduction. Otherwise, next year, it's going to even hit everybody harder. So otherwise, it's great having the partnership. I appreciate all of you, and I don't know if you have any questions.
It's a challenge, but we appreciate you expounding on that, and thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Happy New Year. I'm not leaving, though. I've got one more item coming up. So.
Oh, we knew that. We knew that.
I wasn't trying to get rid of
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Motion to approve the St. John Fire contract with St. John Township for the year 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Item B, motion to approve the community services agreement between St. John Township and Town of St. John. Billy?
This is us, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. As you can see, our chief is up there with Gabby, so I will just let them take over.
Do you want to start? Okay, so actually, this all generated and started with Chief Flores. He became aware of this Blue Envelope program, and I don't know, are all of you aware of what that is, the Blue Envelope program?
I've heard a little bit about it.
Okay, so the purpose of the Blue Envelope program is to have drivers who are on the spectrum of autism, that they actually would receive a blue envelope that would indicate that if they were,
Stopped.
and they would keep this in the car, and they would get a sticker for their window like this, so that it makes the officers, if they were to be pulled over, they're aware that this driver is autistic or on the spectrum of autism, and it provides safety for the officer as well as for the driver. So Chief Flores had learned about this, and they're in Portage Township. The trustee is working with the local police departments as well as the sheriff department, and they're working together to provide this program and these envelopes to the community. The township, so the trustee, we have as a community service, with a community service agreement, I have a line item that is community services. We are able to pay for the supplies of these envelopes and through the township, through this line item. If anyone wants to donate, they can donate directly to the trustee's office, and I have a donation fund that will be earmarked just Blue Envelope Program. So anything that comes in will go out and be paid through that line item. But as we work together, then we would distribute all of these envelopes, each of the police departments in the township, as well as from my office. Do you have something to add, Chief?
No, basically, like she said, I mean, we had a meeting a couple of weeks ago with
Right.
her and I and the other chiefs regarding this program, and Cherville and Dyer are also obviously on board as well. But basically, it gives some instruction both for the driver and the officer, and they also have a card in here for emergency contact information. If something happens, we have somebody that we can contact that's on that card that's inside the envelope. So basically, it just brings a little bit more awareness to what the driver's condition is. So I think it's a great program. We're seeing this more and more in law enforcement. And I think, I think it'll be beneficial to the residents.
Chief, quick question. How do people obtain,
So the distribution points are going to be all three police departments and Kathy's office as well.
What's qualification though, Chief?
I'm sorry?
I think what Ann was getting at is what's the qualification? Like, what's necessary for somebody coming to get that card?
So basically, as long as they're diagnosed of being on the spectrum by a doctor, then they can get one of these. And because there's a lot of people that are on the spectrum that do drive.
right.
So as long as they have, there is some kind of a doctor note or something, and they are still able to drive, they can pick this up. So again, they're all three departments and then Kathy's office as well.
So it would require MDs now.
Correct.
And just, I had a question too then, and Chief, and Kathy, did you say, did you help to initiate the program, or?
I did. I learned about it from actually one of our school resource officers, Officer Stamey. He talked to me about it, and I did hear about it before. So once he gave me an example of it, I was looking it over and kind of did some research on it and looked over it in Porter County and talked to a couple agencies there, which they're having pretty good success with it. So I figured that's why I contacted Kathy, see if this would be something she's interested in, and then the other chiefs as well too. So and then we all got together and decided let's move forward with it.
Very
Chief,
good.
do you have envelopes currently,
We don't. So
Okay.
right now, we're revising it to fit our agencies and our offices. We're pretty much done. There's just a couple different things that we have to change and update on it. Because there's a pamphlet in here too that gives information as far as, qualifications and what the program's about, what they need to do. So again, we're changing the information on here to fit us. So that's pretty much done. I'm hopefully have that ready and over to the printers, because I was going to use the print shop here in town.
because Ann had asked, once you have it all set and ready, if you could shoot it over to me and I'll get it in the newsletter as well?
Yep,
Okay,
absolutely.
perfect.
So I already went before the town of Dyer on the 18th, and it was passed there. Then tonight is St. John, and then Cherville would be at their January meeting. And just so you know, this is Portage Township. They're the first ones in the area, and my understanding is the state, that they're like a pilot program for this. So we would be the second township in the state that I'm aware of that would be doing this. So, and anything, well, we work always so well, with the police department, and I appreciate Chief Flores bringing this to all of us so that we could partner and do this. And once he gets it ready and sends it to the local printer, then that bill will be paid by the township.
Chief, just for the sake of everybody in the audience, can you explain how the officers then or the training briefly, not in detail, the training the officers receive, should they see one of these placards?
Yeah, so we'll go through training with them as far as what it exactly entails. And like Kathy said, there's going to be a blue sticker that they'll put on their car, that the driver will, in the back window. So when the officer sees that sticker, that blue envelope sticker, they'll know that somebody in the vehicle is on the spectrum and should have one of these envelopes. So, yeah, we'll definitely go through the training on it, so they know exactly what it is, what it's about. Also, we go through autism training every year. We have to, by state standards. So that's, yeah, through the academy, Law Enforcement Academy, that's one of our mandated training, is we have to go through autism training.
Thank you. Sorry, it was a leading question.
No, it's fine.
But it was pertinent.
Can a driver put a sticker in the car if they have an autistic dependent, or is it just?
I think it's geared more towards the driver
Okay.
itself, yeah.
All right, any other questions? All right, with that, Kathy, we thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
Chief Flores.
Yes,
Okay.
Chief, thank
All right,
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And now, Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Back to item B, motion to approve the community services agreement between St. John Township and Town of St. John. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. C, motion to allow police department to donate 2016 Ford Explorer, VIN number 1FM5K8AR7 GGA 28029, and a siren light control box, serial number ENGCP 1801, to Northern Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, NILEA. Billy, did you want to comment on this?
Yeah, sure, Mr. President. I'll speak in a little bit more into detail, but obviously it's a retired vehicle that's not roadworthy. They can use it on their property for mock pullovers. And the siren box is something that they can use for parts on some of the occasions. We're not using it, it's obsolete to us, but they can take some of the parts out of there and make a whole unit with some of the other ones that they have, but I'll let Chief jump in also.
Chief Flores?
Sure. So, yeah, basically, I sit on the board for NILEA, and they had asked any agency that has old vehicles that they'd be willing to donate to them. Because that academy there is funded by the membership that belong to it, so it's not funded by the state. So, so all the agencies that belong to it support it, try to get, equipment to them when they can. So again, the new Law Enforcement Academy, the new building's opening up in January in Valparaiso. So we're pretty excited about that. So this vehicle, the transmission slips on it. It's not in great shape, but for what they're going to use it for, it's just going to be on their property. They actually have like a bay inside the academy that they can pull a car inside and do mock traffic stops there. So we were going to just auction that off, but since they were asking and looking for donations for our recruits, so that's why I figured I'd see if we can get that approved for them.
Thank you for that, Chief.
Sure.
All right. Motion to allow the police department to donate the 2016 Ford Explorer. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0.
Mr. President, also if we could have a separate motion for the siren box.
Okay,
It's two different units.
all right, sorry for that.
Motion to approve the,
Siren light
box.
control box, we have a motion from,
Can we make those anymore? They do. They do.
we have a motion from Christian Jorgensen for the siren light control box. Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second for the light siren control box. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. D, motion to approve professional services agreement, the town financial advisor for the year 2026, Baker Tilly. Billy, any comment on that?
No comment, Mr. President, just again, since this administration's taken over, Baker Tilly has been a solid partner, and we'd like to continue working with them.
All right, motion to approve Baker Tilly, financial advisor for the year 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. E, motion to approve engagement letter with Barnes and Thornburg for Castle Rock Economic Development Area and issuance of revenue bonds, Series 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Motion to approve engagement letter with Barnes and Thornburg for Park West Economic Development Area and issuance of revenue bond series 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. G, motion to approve professional services agreement for town attorney for the year 2026. This is our present town attorney, Joseph Svetnoff, with the law firm. Joe, could you say the law firm for me?
I'll just say the initials, QPWB.
KRP in Cincinnati.
that's what I was gonna say.
It is not, but we'll say Q, P, W, and B. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I second WKRP.
Okay, I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. H, motion to approve professional services for legal services for the Plan Commission and Board of Zoning Appeals for year 2026. This would be the law office of Adam Decker. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. I, motion to approve special exception to allow for the use of a restaurant with a drive-through in the US 41 overlay district. There was a favorable recommendation from the BZA. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. As you can see here, this is the old Depot building. Again, for the BZA, they went through and you can see some of the renderings here. They're taking a space, redoing it, and they would likely drive through in it.
All right, thank you for that.
Bill's at a restaurant? What's it going to be?
Coffee.
Coffee shop.
Coffee shop. Oh, good. We need coffee.
And presently, that's all
Apparently
vacant.
so.
That's all vacant, Billy?
No, they're, go ahead, Ashley.
Another coffee shop.
So currently, it is a vacant building. I guess it was asked at the BZA, there had been a tenant living there, the previous owner. He is now there. The new owner is currently has an interior demolition permit to kind of remove all the old stuff. He plans on coming before the town with a remodel building permit to have a coffee shop. That is kind of a project for him and his daughters. His daughters actually attend, with the exception of one who graduated, Lake Central, and they are very excited about this project, and they're just seeking the drive-through at this time.
And presently, it is vacant, Ashley?
It is vacant.
Okay.
I don't know if you was.
Yes. No, he's gone. It was said at the BZA meeting, he's no longer there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, item I, motion to approve the special exception. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Oops.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. J, motion to accept subdivision maintenance bond in the amount of $172,026.90 for Gates of St. John, Unit 28. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I
Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. K, motion to accept performance subdivision bond in the amount of $31,418 for Gates of St. John, Unit 28. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. L, motion to waive vendor fee for Park Place of St. John for the health fair on January 12th, 2026. Billy, can you speak to that?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. As you stated, we will be having a health fair on the 12th. Because our place is a 501c3, we are asking for a
Okay, thank you for that. Motion to waive the vendor fee for Park Place.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. M, motion to approve easement agreement with BP Pipeline for the installation of an 8-inch C900 DR18 water main. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second. Billy, do you want to explain why they're putting in the water main?
For the development that is coming in off of 101st.
Yeah.
To connect it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a motion. Did you second that, Chris?
I did second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. N, acceptance of bid for steel for the Heartland Park expansion. Billy, can you?
Yes,
speak?
Mr. President, Geis is here from Core Construction. As everyone knows, we went out for bid last month. I met with Geis, Dave, myself.
Hello, yes, I was.
And the treasurer was there. As we reviewed them, Core mentioned that they thought the prices were a little bit too high. We wholeheartedly agreed with them. They cleared up some language in the bid, suggested that we go out for a rebid, and now I think everyone's a little bit more pleased with the numbers that came in, and I will turn over to the guys for a quick recap.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. Thanks, Bill, and thank you for having me here tonight. But yeah, to bounce off of Bill's recap, we did go out for bid. We had over 70 bidders, for the complete Heartland Park project. But in the steel category, we only had one respondent. So, as Bill mentioned, we were not happy with that type of response, and thought we'd be best to move forward with getting some more bids on that, to send that back out for rebid, which we did. We were successful creating that competitive marketplace, getting 4 bidders for that, driving that price down. So from bid day 1, so to speak, till now, there was over $600,000 of savings with that. So really hats off to our pre-construction department, but also with partnership with you all. Thank you for allowing us to do that. It's always a big deal when you're going out, rejecting one bid and
Absolutely.
going back out to the marketplace this time of year. But good wisdom in that decision.
Billy?
Staying in budget is always good, Mr. Van Buren.
It is. I would
When
agree.
you come under budget, that's
Yes,
even better.
considerably.
Even better.
Billy, thank you for that, and Geis, we appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you. Acceptance of bid for steel for Heartland Park expansion.
So is there a recommendation that comes with this?
Yeah,
or-
that's what this is.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh.
So
Who?
the recommendation would be Wilson Iron Works in the amount of $528,000. And in the motion, if you could state to have the town manager sign off on the contract.
All right, motion to accept the bid for the steel for Heartland Park expansion and have the town manager to sign off for it.
So moved with the,
Wilson Iron Works for
$500.
$520,000.
right. And if it doesn't work out, we look at Mr. Van Buren. So, yeah, I make that motion, no problem.
All right,
I second that motion.
I have a motion and has seconded. Thank you for that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Item 0, boards and commission appointments. Billy?
Thank you, Mr. President. We are still reviewing applications that are coming in. The only one that I have before you tonight is for the Plan Commission and the BZA. There are members on there that are going to have their seat renewed. So for that, I would ask that Justin Nestor, Rudy Bambick, Russ Vogel, and John Gill be reappointed to the Plan Commission. And there is another one that's to be determined at a future meeting.
If we consider those, I'm sorry, Mr. President. If we consider those by the 7th, the Plan Commission won't be meeting before the 7th, right? That's our next meeting.
On the 7th.
For these, yes, there is one on the 7th. Those dates were backwards. The 8th is on the 7th. We are on the
7th.
So-
Daytime though,
On the
7.
14th, I'm sorry.
We're on the 14th? or they
Yes.
are?
7 and 14,
We are.
right?
They are on the 7th.
14.
They're meeting before us.
Okay. And there'll still be a quorum.
Correct, that's why.
Is that what
so
we're saying?
To redo
Okay.
that, we select.
And they're all presently serving, right, Billy?
Correct.
Okay. So motion to consider for the Plan Commission,
Justin Nestor, Rudy Bambick, Russ Vogel, John Gill, Tommy Galicki.
Wait, you added one.
Yeah, I did, you know what, I skipped over
Yeah.
that, I'm sorry. And there's a TBD, sorry.
to be determined. He didn't mention Belicki.
So 3 employee appointments.
Correct.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve those and for the TBDs to be determined at our next meeting.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Anything else, Billy?
Yes, sir. For the BZA, to reappoint Chris Priestbaum, John Gill, and one other that will be to be determined. So that leaves us with 2 open spots because the planning commission will have to appoint a member also.
Yeah. So moved on the 2 remaining members.
Support.
I have a motion. I have a second. And that's for the BZA, Billy?
Correct.
For the BZA. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Billy, anything else?
Nothing until our reports.
All right, thank you for that. Moving to 11, reports and correspondence. Town Council,
I just want to make a note of the Public Works with the amount of rain that we had yesterday. You guys did a great job. I was out clearing away all the leaves from my sewer multiple times yesterday. But Public Works, you guys did a great job. The amount of rain that we received yesterday was crazy. And I know a lot of streets flooded. But you guys did a great job. I want to, hats off, Gabe. Your team always does a good job.
thank you for that, Ann. And yes, thank you, Public Works. Gabe, appreciate it.
And just really fast, just like Tony was up here, Tony Minadero stating, you know, it takes a village. So I think it was great that some people did get out there and do their part and clear the sewers and do whatever instead of going on social media complaining about things. But it takes a village and everybody do their part. It makes things a lot nicer.
You know, and just to kind of refresh everyone, I know the snow came in a little early. I like to keep my leaves cleaned, and they were out there, and with the snow that came, it just complicated things. Not all the leaves were picked up, I will acknowledge that, but that 8 inches of snow made it, yeah, that was a whammy there, so. But, anyone else?
I do, yes. First of all, I have to make sure everyone have a blessed New Year. And then at our last NERC meeting, they introduced and announced a training program that I thought would be important to share from the dais here. It's a partnership with Indiana MS4 and Northwest Indiana Stormwater Advisory. It's on Tuesday, April 17. I will give this to you, Bill, if you
Okay.
have it in your office. But it's in Maryville, and the training is designed to provide developers, contractors, site design professionals, engineers, and MS4 coordinators with required information in the CSGP and in the post-construction MCMs. So certificate will be provided at that training.
All right,
Thank you, that's all.
thank you. Anything else?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And I'd like to probably say on behalf of the council to everyone in the town, Happy New Year. We think it's been a excellent year. We enjoy working together, doing everything that we possibly can to improve the town, make it better. Just got to say, I love St. John. The Christmas in the park, I think that was exceptional. I still enjoy that stuff too, because I got grandkids, the trees, just everything. If you got grandkids, stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about. It never gets old. It's beautiful. The town is doing exceptional work. The community center, I mean, that's just been outstanding. Can't tell you how many people have approached me, said they appreciate it. And again, like Ann was saying, with Tony and Tony being in here, and the donations, and just everybody coming together, these are such positive things that are happening in our community. And it really speaks, and not just for St. John, but like, we have Kathy LaRue from the township, just people come together, our chief, our clerk treasurer. When we work together, we can achieve such great things. And I just feel like we've done that to a certain degree, and I appreciate everyone's help, everyone's effort. I'd like to acknowledge our police department for 2025, our fire department, our public works. St. John is an exceptional community to live in, and thank you to everyone. Even the town manager, he's doing pretty good over there, and would like to
Building
say
and
thank
planning
you.
as well.
And parks, our parks department, their programs are amazing.
How about the park?
Yeah, so much
Everybody
to
here,
do.
let's give a hand clap to the Parks Department,
sure.
right here. You can say whatever you want,
Yeah, there's so much to do.
but that Parks Department, if you got kids and stuff, they're doing phenomenal. Thank you for that, Ann. So, St. John is great, and Ashley, I was hoping somebody was gonna say something. If not, I was gonna catch you, but I just wanted to make it a little more over the top, so appreciate the building and planning. And Billy, thank you all so much. Moving now to Billy, town manager.
You guys kind of stole a little bit of my.
All right, thank you very much, Bill. We move to 12.
Right, so let's see, again, wishing everyone in town and here in the audience a happy new year. It's year 2, and I can tell you from PW to the police department, fire department, clerk treasurer's office, and the building and planning, and Jackie in my office, it's been a wild ride, but it's been a good ride. For our department heads, I know Chief Adams isn't here because he's working, but we have our deputy chief, Mike Sharp in the back there, police chief, Steve Flores, and his assistant chief, Dave Demeter, our public works director, Gabe Hernandez, and Mike Multema, his foreman, and Ashley Abernathy, and John Gill, who's not here either. Their work and the time and effort they put in, again, speaks for itself, but it's also visible when you're driving around town, going to any of our events. And I just want to say thank you all for all you do.
Billy, did you meant to say your secretary?
Yes,
Oh,
I tell her
okay.
thank you every morning.
Okay.
Jackie really runs the town.
And just to recap, with the community center, those acoustics came in good at our Christmas party.
Yes.
I think it was a great time. Everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. And that's it. Happy New Year.
All right, thank you, Billy.
Thank you.
Oh, one more thing. Because I looked up and I saw DC Sharp back there. I believe, and Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, by end of January, early February, we'll be adding other firemen to the roster, correct? As long as paperwork goes through downstate fast enough? Okay. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Have a great night.
Thank you, town manager Billy. Our clerk treasurer, Beth Hernandez.
I don't have anything this evening, but Happy New Year, everybody.
All right, well, thank you with that. With that, we'll move to item 12, adjournment. Do I have a motion?
Yeah. Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion